What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the 4th episode of the Savage Pokepod. I'm Savs. I got my co-host Kota Collects over here. Today we're going to talk about a bunch of new things that have come up this week in the Pokemon hobby. We're going to definitely talk about Destined Rivals again because that is continuing to go to the moon, it seems. We will talk about Ascended Heroes. Now it's about a week since official release. We'll also be talking briefly about Perfect Order. We're going to talk about Munich Zero a little bit as well. But we're going to focus also on Chaos Rising. Surprisingly, Mega Evolution ME4, Mega Evolution 4, the 4th set. We haven't even gotten the 3rd set yet, which is still maybe 2 months out. It's towards the end of March.
Isn't it March? Yeah.
So we're like in the beginning of February, which is absolutely insane. Mega Evolution 4, guys, is going to be Chaos Rising, but it's going to be in May. So it will be like in the spot where Destined Rivals was last year. And we'll also look at Ascended Heroes and the pricing of the singles there. And we'll talk about Ascended Heroes as well. A little 30th anniversary merch that came out today on Pokemon Center. And MSRP on Japanese booster packs are going up. So we'll talk about all that. So strap in, episode 4, episode Charmander. Let's go. Let's take it away. All right, so real quick, Kota, hopefully you had a great week. Haven't really talked too much this week. We've both been busy, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's good to be busy.
Yeah.
So
it is.
I hope you're doing all right, man. The snow is still here in New York. Unfortunately, it's kind of miserable.
We still have a lot. It's still a white landscape here from all the ice. It's insane.
I'm kind of getting sick of looking at it, if I'm being honest, man. It really is just like, it's horrible. But at least we have, I would say, the brighter things to look forward to, which is our Pokemon hobby that we love so much. As corny as that sounds, it's not corny. We love it. All right, let's take it away. Let's hop right in. Let's go right into Destined Rivals real quick. I've got the booster box price up on the screen. Real quick, I also wanted to mention that MSRP. So not MSRP. I also wanted to mention that last week when we spoke about this, the market price, not MSRP, the market price has gone up by about $100. It was $470. We can find it actually right over here. Hold on, let me drill into the 1 month view. January 29th was last Thursday. It was $487, dude. What is happening? That's insane.
It's wild. What's wild is you're still seeing a fair amount of, like, the volume's gone down slightly, but you're still seeing a fair amount of purchases, especially like you see this little dip in like the last couple of days, and it's getting bought right back up. It's unstoppable right now. I don't know what's triggering this other than coming out of the holidays. People have they're ready to spend money on Pokemon again, and that's just like the set to go after because of the, I don't know what you would say, like, correction that it had for a bit. You think
people already filed their taxes? I mean, I think people have. That could also be a thing.
I haven't.
I mean, I definitely haven't. I have like business things I got to do. It's like, it's on the back burner.
I've got all my tax forms sitting on my desk staring at me like, we're going to deal with you soon enough.
Yeah. Like
I just got my TCG player one in the mail today. I was like, well, that's a little late.
I think I got TikTok 2 weeks ago, and then I just got Shopify. So yeah, it's like collecting all that stuff. I still probably got to get PayPal, which I could probably just sign in and download it at this point.
Yeah.
But everything else across the way. But yeah, dude, it's honestly, it's even higher. You can even see, so 559, 560. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy. And that could be a thing. People have, gotten their tax returns and they're spending, but I know we briefly touched up on this. If we switch over to the singles, it's kind of telling a different story. So, let me know what you think about this. We look at sealed versus singles. We look at the booster boxes, which we haven't seen a reprint on, which I think is also driving the price of that up.
Yeah.
For sealed collectors. But then we've gotten booster bundles. We've gotten sleeve packs recently. And then you can see here the singles, man.
Yeah. I mean, this goes back to what we've talked about before, and we can really dive into a bit more, is we have to realize, as people that have been in the hobby for a long time, we haven't been doing the business side of the hobby for a long time, but I've been I had a comment today on one of my videos. I was like, I've been playing since like 98.
Right.
I was a little kid running around with like my little base set cards, like just setting in places, pretending like I was adventuring and encountering Pokemon in the kitchen. It was, I was having a blast. But
Was
like
Pokemon Go before Pokemon Go?
I was an innovator, man. I could have made some money. I really was. One of the very few memories I have from like that, like 5, 6, 7 year old range. But we have a different world with investing. Investing, whether you like it or not, has created a big disparity in the value of the contents of a box versus the sealed box itself. Like it's, the box is greater than the sum of its parts. We have the Mewtwo and some of these cards are kind of like, it looks like they're bottoming out a bit. Like they're hitting a level of support that we may see prices go up a bit. I'm looking at the Mewtwo only has a few near mint that are below the market price right now. And they're not from like notable shops. I would say like shops that have like a really high rating, a lot of ratings and stuff. So like one of those high rated shops. Same thing with the Cynthia's Garchomp. There's only a couple under market, and then the rest of them are creeping up a bit more. So we may see the singles like trailing behind a bit and start to bump up a bit. But with sealed investors being such a thing right now, and people looking at the boxes as an investment, the market for sealed has like a wider range of people than the singles, which is odd. Honestly, it is weird, but
No, I agree with that. I think I forgot who I was watching. It was probably Nostalgianomics, who always says like the sealed product becomes the collectible. You know what I mean? It's not the contents within, like kind of what you just said. It's not the stuff that's inside, because you could go and buy a Moonbreon for less. Like no one's buying a booster box of Evolving Skies to open it to, you know what I mean? To hopefully get a Moonbreon. You'll just buy the Moonbreon at that point. So it's like they buying the sealed box because like why I would want it, because I do collect sealed as well. I want every booster box in Sword and Shield era. I mean, I have them now, but like when I wanted them, that's what I was after. I was after each box slowly. Obviously, I wasn't out and bought all of them, but like when you're looking for something to add to a collection, that's what you want. So Destined Rivals is just the hottest thing right now. And I think that this always goes with the human psyche, is that people want it when everybody wants it. Like everyone, if if nobody wanted it, it'd just be sitting there and nobody would buy it. But now that everyone wants it and it says it's high, everyone's buying it.
Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, singles, they're very volatile. That's the hard part is like when we saw back in like September last year where they had the massive illustration boom. We saw even before that, we saw the like early 2025 Drowsy and all these cards getting bought out and manipulated.
Yep. No, I mean, this is kind of crazy though. I remember looking at Poké Data. Like this is one of the, if not the only set in Scarlet and Violet where the top 5 cards are all SIR Pokemon. They're not illustration rare Pokemon. Like you can see Misty's Psyduck's making a move here. I mean, this has been a hot illustration rare from the jump, and it's still there. But I can't think of any other set in Scarlet and Violet where the top 5 cards are SIRs. I haven't looked at Surging Sparks in this view in a while. But I mean, look, someone actually commented on the video the clip that I posted from last week's podcast on TikTok saying like the pricing of the sealed is going up, the singles are coming down. And that's kind of like where Destined Rivals is right now. There is a product coming out, so more people are able to open the packs. However, there's no product of booster boxes, so that's why that is continuing to go up. That's kind of and it's what it is.
Weirdly, it's the only set in like Scarby that's doing this. Like like each, like if you look at the 3-month view, every box is technically up. Some are more, like Surging Sparks is up 19%. Or sounds like 16%. Like Obsidian Flames isn't up much. Paldea Evolved isn't up much either, which is kind of wild given that they're probably out of print at this point.
Paldea?
Yeah, Paldea has only gone up like a couple percent in the last 3 months, which is pretty wild. But I mean, Destin is arguably, and some people wouldn't even say as an argument, is the best set of Scarby. It's the best set of the era. So it's being treated as, and it having the, Team Rocket on it is always going to be a big boost.
Right. No, this is, and like that's what I said last week is like Surging was my favorite before Destined. Destined Rivals is definitely the evolving skies of the era. I think people are seeing that, obviously. So that's also helping it. But I just pulled up Surging Sparks real quick. So you can see Surging Sparks singles on the screen. And this is a set that also has the top 5 cards, except the gold Pikachu is actually in there. But you've got the SIR Pikachu, the Latias, the Milotic, and then gold Pikachu, and then the Hydreigon is the top 5 cards in the set, followed by Lycia's Appeal, and then Alolan Executor, and then the Latios illustration rare.
Wow, so the Latios is actually under the Alolan Executor, which is somewhat surprising. I thought it was...
It's close.
I like the Latios. I like the Latios because of the Latios, honestly. But
right, I think the artwork, the combination of the 2 cards making a really cool artwork. We pulled the Jasmine's Gaze for somebody on stream this week, which was kind of cool.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I popped in after that, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, but look, the Pikachu came down, dude. It's actually like... And you know what? This could come down more being with Ascended Heroes having arguably 2 better Pikachu chases now. It's tough.
I called from pretty early on in Surging because I was never a big Surging fan. And I was pretty confident early on that we were going to see this set as like this Pikachu is going to be the Vivid Voltage Pikachu again, where it's like, it's amazing. It's the chase. And then it just bottoms out. Because here's the thing. That is the 4th best card in the set, maybe. Latios is better. The Milotic's better. I like the Austin Latios better.
Yep.
I mean, the Hydreigon's okay. I don't necessarily love the Crown, but like,
yeah,
the Ceruledge is a sick card. There's so many cards that I like way more than the Pikachu.
Ceruledge is sick. I agree. Does the best go with the? Does this go with the Latios and Latias?
It is the same skyline. I've never seen anyone put it together like it's actually the like in the same picture, but I'm sure it fits in there somewhere. But this set is a very deep set, and I think the Pikachu is just the notoriety of Pikachu,
of course.
But again, we have 2 far better Pikachus in Ascended Heroes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can tell the price points here too are nowhere near. I mean, it's an older set than Destined, but like, you're already at out of the top 10, you're under $25, And
that Pikachu has fallen quite a bit.
No, this, I mean, when this came out, obviously it was hot as hell.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Let's drop into the year because Surging Sparks is over a year old now. It was at 450 last. Was it last?
That's in February. That's like 3 months after release. So it was even higher up, before that, because this is like in November, I think, 2024 they released.
Yep. But yeah, it came down. Going into this is right around when Destined Rivals came out. It was down to 300. Yeah, and it's come down. I mean, it's flattening over here a little bit, and we'll see. Who knows? People might go back. I mean, it's a nice card. It's a different type of card for Pikachu.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. Yeah. All right. So, Destined Rivals. Oh, is my mouse freezing up? Let's see. Destined Rivals. All right, cool. So, we're good with Destined. Do you want to say anything else about Destined, man?
Don't buy it right now.
Dude, I was packing up orders last night, and I was over at Dan at Catch 'em All Collectibles. He was live, and I was listening to him, and he is an absolute lunatic. I'm saying that because he seems to believe, and he's saying it a lot, that Destined Rivals will go to MSRP. I don't know if he's trolling us. I got to go back and really make sure I'm hearing him correctly. I don't want to take it out of context, but I'm almost sure Danalytics said Destined Rivals will go to MSRP, but he is also buying everyone's Destined Rivals at 80%. If anyone wants to get cashed out, he will buy your Destined Rivals at 80%.
I like Dan. I've been following Dan since before I even did anything on YouTube. So a couple of years at least. Dan always has an opinion like this that I kind of look at and think it feels like wish casting in a way. And I'm not saying that that's his intention at all. I don't know. But for me, if you say it's going to come down to MSRP, when and how? Because if we think to have that opinion, and I do think we'll see booster boxes at MSRP again. Destined, I'm not sure on, but no, just in general. We will see booster boxes of a lot of, especially Mega Evolution era sets. I think you'll see them minus Ascended Heroes, which is in boxes like ETBs. But you will see them at MSRP again. I think an elevated MSRP, which we'll get to in a bit. But I don't think saying that it'll be MSRP, that I would have to see why he thinks that.
Right.
Because by the time that, like, I know everybody's been talking about this facility in North Carolina or wherever it is, that like it's going to save the market or whatever. It's not going to be fully up and running until probably at least later 2027, if not 2028. Destined Rivals won't be in print anymore. Destined Rivals not going to be printed anymore. I saw a video, a guy on that I talked to on YouTube, newer YouTuber guy. He said that like they're going to print this into the ground, and we've been saying they're going to print stuff into the ground for years. They did print stuff into the ground. Surgeon got printed in the ground. Like Twilight. Yep. And stuff back in the day was getting printed into the ground. And so far as like, I remember picking up Stellar Crown for $90. I remember picking up How Day Evolved for $120. And this was in December of 2024. This wasn't even like that long ago.
Yeah, you're right.
They printed it into the ground and there was a long lull and it hit. But like we're in a different era now where they're not
100%.
printing. They're printing things, but they're not printing booster boxes as much. Right. Or at least it seems like we've seen so many ancillary products get reprinted that I don't know if they're as focused on the booster boxes themselves right now. So I sure it could. It also could stay at like over $300 because until because we're in such a different society where Dan and Rudy and all these guys were like used to be the only people that invested in Pokemon.
Right. That's the problem, man. It's like they could put someone actually left a comment before we went live, before I set the phone up. So I wanted to clip it and read it, but they were adamant as well. Like he said this commenter said that I think he said LGSs were getting Destined Rivals cases. I didn't hear any of that. So I'm not sure, but the problem is, even if they released booster boxes at this time, there's so much popularity behind that set, but also behind booster boxes in general right now, that there's no way that people are not going to buy it and it's going to go to MSRP. There's no way. So that's why I'm I don't see it. I don't see it.
Think about, like, first of all, Danny Phantom I talk about Danny. I love watching Danny. He's one of like the few YouTubers I watch consistently. He put out a video today or yesterday about Destined Rivals and talking about like the weird state of like investing market and stuff and how it's just odd to him. And it's fair. Like he's not that kind of person. So it's been a lot for him to like, I guess, process, or like it's a weird reality with it. But like he talked about if Danny is one of those people that if LGSs are getting cases of Destined Rivals, he's getting cases of Destined Rivals. And we would have also seen it. Like PokeNotify and like Pokelytics, all these guys that post stuff like this would have been everywhere. We would have seen this all over every site. Yeah. Reddit, Facebook. Why did I say Facebook? Instagram. All the 80-year-olds on Facebook talking about it. Like we would have seen it.
I make a lot of deals on Facebook. You better knock it off.
Marketplace. I'm not, but yeah, like are you it's not like you're going into like someone's Facebook page and seeing like
I'm in groups.
Destined Rivals. Grandma said something about Destined Rivals.
It helps me. It helps me. I'm an old head. I know how to use Facebook.
But like we would have seen it everywhere. So again, people have been saying so many things about how it's gonna this, it's gonna that, it's gonna this. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, we're not too far into the cycle, and there's a chance that they print, but like to print something into the ground, it would involve not printing other things into the ground. Like again, this new print facility is not going to be up and running for a while. We're still at least a year, if not a good bit longer. And I think it's probably going to be more of a good bit longer before that facility is fully up. And we don't even know that facility is fully devoted to Pokemon.
That's true, 100%.
Yeah, the company that bought it is not Pokemon printer. They print a lot of different things, and there's a lot of different things that are popping off right now.
And even if they were up and running before the last block of Scarlet and Violet, which is 2025, is out of rotation for gameplay, why would they go back and print those sets when you have to imagine they're going to have well, they're definitely going to have more, but they're going to have other sets to focus on. And I think that's what happened with Ascended. Pokemon was so hyper focused on printing prismatic. They came out the gate because of the craziness that we're going to print this. We're going to print a lot of this. We're going to have all these products. We're going to have pouches. We're going to have premium collection boxes, these surprise boxes, tins. Dude, they literally have made every freaking product in a prismatic product. And where's the prismatic price? It hasn't moved because there's God packs in there. There's a pack which you can get that's like $3,000 in value. Like that's what people are chasing. They don't.
Yeah, it's the evolutions. It's a hyper popular Pokemon.
So like Ascended, I think is going to be even worse because of the rollout. But like, did they botch the rollout because they're focusing on giving us Stellar Crown Pokemon Center ETBs a year and a half later? Are they because they're putting Surging Sparks booster boxes in vending machines? Like, this is what I think people don't understand is that by the time they reprint these sets, if they ever do, the investor has already planted a base price. Like people that are buying Destined right now, you think if they print Destined Rivals booster boxes, they're going to sell the booster box that they bought for $500 for $160 ever? No. One's doing that.
The thing is, if they right now they came out and said we got 100,000 boxes,
that's crazy.
Ready to go on Pokemon Center. We're going to release them on Pokemon Center. MSRP, our whole queue system, like we're all going to be set up, and it cuts the price of the box in half. It's still a $300 box.
Yeah, right. Which is still double the price of MSRP.
It's not going to like suddenly fall out of the sky. The entire market would have to correct. We will see boxes. You know, I think you could see Journey Together get reprinted a ton and drop. You could see, Mega and Phantasmal and all these things drop. But like, we're not gonna. Destined is like the last on the list. Destined and Ascended and the specialty sets will be the last things you see hit MSRP, and we're so far removed from that, and we're in such a different world. And that's like, again, this is not the 2020 boom. 2020 boom, people were not buying booster boxes to invest. There were some. Obviously, we have some people that did buy stuff to just sit on.
And good for them.
But like
at this point,
the percentage of people that did that then versus now, especially in like this new era of social media and bots and Discord groups that are completely devoted to it, like you are seeing a different world where the new floor is higher because of how many people are so invested into it.
Yep.
It is a different world. Now, if we can use this as a transition, MSRP might change.
Yep.
And then we can maybe see things at MSRP because it's going to be a completely different price.
Well, does that just create a new floor and a new higher entry point? Like we can look at it either way. Let's bring that up. Good segue into that. Let me share this screen real quick. So PokeBeach actually came out and said that they're increasing the Japanese booster pack pricing starting in May. It's going up 10%. Again, the converted to USD is like, I think it was like 13 cents. It's going from 180 yen to 200 yen. And it did increase before that too in October of 2022. Now we saw an increase in the English cards back when I think when we switched over to Scarlet and Violet, there was an increase. So we went from so the MSRP of an English pack right now is $4.49. I believe it was it $3.99 before that? Did it go up 50 cents?
I
don't remember.
I'm searching it now
because
to figure that out, because
booster box MSRP now is 161, which is 449 times 36. So Kota's going to pull up. He's going to be searching up the previous. I don't remember. Was it 141? I think the booster.
I want to say it was like the 140s.
Yeah, I think it was the 140s.
I was a poor boy back then, so I was not worried about booster boxes.
Right, booster box prices, same.
I was like, ooh, I got $5. I can either get lunch or I can get a booster pack.
I think it was like in the 140 range. But the reason why we want to bring this up here is it's important because granted, it's very minimal. on the Japanese side, especially when converted to US dollars. But we very well might see an increase in MSRP going into Gen 10. When they announce the Gen 10 stuff, it'll be a new era. I want to say a bunch of other PokeTubers that I watch have said it already as well, that they think this, and it's actually pretty logical. It definitely makes sense for Pokemon. I mean, if they can make an extra $20 on each booster box, that's kind of crazy. But if they raise the price from $4.49 to $4.99, you're at the like $5 a pack is $180 a booster box. So you're probably just sub that, you know. And again, people are paying 200 plus. They've been paying 200 plus for booster boxes on the secondary market for over a year now. So,
okay. I have pieced together a puzzle that I think is 100% what we're about to see.
Let's go.
So, hey, clip this. I think we're going to find something interesting. Let's go back to 2022. We're in the middle of everything starting to dip back down after the grand virus boom of the 2020 and 2021 years. October 13th, 2022, PokeBeach releases an alert that the Pokemon Company has announced that they are going to increase the MSRP of their Japanese products. Ends up being around 10%. So we see 2022, October 2022, an increase in Japanese product for about 10%. 2023. December 9th, 2022, when they announced Scarvy, booster packs went up. Well, let me find the thing. I had it. Booster packs have increased from $3.99 to $4.49.
Yeah, there you go.
And of course, with that, the booster boxes and everything went up. So 2 months. They announced it for the 4 month later release of Scarvy. Right now, and this is in 2022 when we just saw the new Scarlet and Violet games come out.
Yep.
Right now, we've seen Japanese. In a couple months, because a lot of us expect in the video game that expect Gen 10 is going to be announced.
Yep.
In the end of the month at Pokemon Day. They've already seen some leaks where it's going to be like a 30+ minute thing, which they're probably going to release Gen 10. At some point this summer, we will see the announcement for the set, and I think we're going to see prices for MSRP for packs is going to go from $4.49 to $4.99.
You think in the Mega Block?
No, I think they're probably going to apply it to the beginning of Gen 10.
Yeah,
this is because of how they operated for Scarvy. I think it's a very convenient time for them to go ahead and jump it, because jumping in the middle of Mega feels a little bit. I guess they're jumping the Japanese. When is the Japanese increase going in? May.
Let's see. Does it say? Yeah, in May. Starting in May.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking 4
months after May is like September, October.
Yeah. So we're looking around the time where we would start to see announcements for Gen 10's first set. Gen 10, whatever it is, one.
Yep.
And I think that's when you're going to see $4.49 to $4.99, and then whatever the increase in, for the booster boxes, will probably $185 somewhere in there, $190, and that's going to be the new MSRP. And I think you're going to see, because we've seen it. We literally saw it with the beginning of Scarvy, and guess what? Inflation hasn't changed; it's just gotten worse. Mm-hmm. So, we're going to see the reasoning for it originally was because of inflation. In 2022, it was like inflation. We got to go. Everything costs more. We got to do it.
Yeah, things
have gotten worse for pretty much everyone. Since then, so we're going to see another really easy solution for them. And it's 4 years later. And honestly, it makes sense. Packs have been so cheap for so long that I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
Right.
But we're going to see a increase. I think it's going to.
I think it's still like the cheapest TCG out there. If you think about the other top TCGs, Pokemon is still the cheapest. I want to say one of the cheapest.
It's one of the cheapest for sure.
It's definitely cheaper than Magic. It's definitely cheaper than Is it cheaper than One Piece? I don't know, but definitely cheaper than Lorcana, which isn't really, hasn't really done anything. I feel like, but yeah, like when you look at those other TCGs, like why would and then like it's definitely the most popular one as far as like worldwide presence. Like why, I mean, maybe that was like their strategy all along. Just keep it low, have people be able to get it and go.
And the whole thing is they did this price increase in the middle of a dip, in the middle of a bear market.
Right.
I mean,
yep.
if we're back, and again, I'm very much a pessimist on how much the Pokemon Center, how much the Pokemon Company cares.
Yeah.
I don't think they care. I think they care about their bottom line because we've seen how little they put into their video game, which is the driving force of the company. Why would we assume that they're always going to be like, oh my gosh, we have to help these people? No, they're going to say, let's jump the price up. Yeah. They're buying it anyway.
Right.
Like they're what are they going to do? Not buy it?
That's the thing. It's
they're begging for MSRP.
Yeah. Why wouldn't they make the $20 extra on the booster box? I'm telling you.
And I think, when you see Target selling their 3 packs for $18 and you see, not GameStop. GameStop is obviously GameStop is like operating off 2040 MSRP at this point. But you see these companies, you're like, wow, why is Target at $18.99 a 3-pack? Yeah. Why is Walmart like Walmart is like $13 for a 2-pack blister?
Mm-hmm.
Because one, demand, and two, it's future proofing because I think they know it's coming.
Yeah.
And that's my little conspiracy there. I think they know. I think they're big distributors and they're big, they're big buyers. No.
Yeah. Like they got to tell them, prep them. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And it's interesting. Like you just never know what they'll do, right? It's all speculation until it happens, but everything is lining up. Like it's almost like history repeats itself, right? So we've seen this before. We've seen what happened in English. There was rumblings already. So I think it definitely is coming. Do you think that Mega Block will end this year? I think we're aligned with that, right? Like the ZA came out last October, November, right? And then the new game will be announced coming out at the beginning of next year.
When did Crown Zenith release? I think the oddest thing is having
came out in January.
January 2023.
23. Right. So like I want to say Scarlet and Violet, and I thought I read this, that Scarlet and Violet, the games came out around the same time as the TCG.
It was so they released on January 20th, 2023 was the release of Crown Zenith, and Scarvy released in mid-November of 2022. Okay. So I would say the last set would probably, then this is kind of lines up with what I was already thinking. I think you'll see we have probably 3 more sets this year and 1 more set, and it'll end at like
and a specialty set in January
7, or then maybe have like a
hopefully a Crown Zenith style.
Oh my Lord! If they do another Crown Zenith, it's gonna be amazing. Oh, wow. But like I think we're gonna see that, and then we're gonna and then March, April, we'll see. And again, this is all like people may think like, oh, like they're just speculating. I mean, sure, we're all speculating to some degree, but we have to go off of the evidence we have, and what the evidence we have is what they did 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. They're repeating the exact process with almost to the penny of the increase. Like they're all the excuses already built in. We have a new generation coming out. We all pretty much know that that's coming out. They have the games are lining up very much the same, and then the TCG is lining up the same as far as their increases and the set layout. So it's much more likely than not that that's going to happen. And, at this point, MSRP going up doesn't hurt anyone because no one's getting it for MSRP right now anyway. And in long term, like, of course it's going up. Everything's going up. Have you gone to the grocery store? Have you gotten gas? It's expensive. Everything's higher up. So of course, like luxury items are going to be the early ones to go up. Yeah. So it's just a reality, and it's kind of.
I think it's going there too. It's all speculation. I mean, that's what everyone. Speaking of speculation, I wanted to quickly touch up on Perfect Order. it seems like I've been watching some PokeTubers. I know you've heard some other things as well. Some people are getting less allocations than they did Phantasmal. I want to say it was Pokemart USA. So watching their little videos with him and Nostalgianomics. Shout out to them. I want to say he's got less. Every set that has been released, he's gotten less allocation than the previous set, which is interesting.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I mean, I'm a small fish there. I don't even know if I'll get allocation until like the week or two before, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Perfect Order. The more I rip Nihil Zero, Municus Zero, whatever we're calling it, I actually am starting to like the cards. Kota, I don't know I don't know what's wrong with me, but no, it's not it. It's not. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong if you like the cards. Like, don't you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people get caught up in the hype, and it's like, oh, I don't know if I should like this. Listen, I kind of don't. I still don't like the Starmie. I do like the Zygarde. The Zygarde SIR is sick. Pulled that last night. Pulled the Starmie last night. Well, the night before, whenever we were live. And the cards just look nice. Even the illustration rares. It's a small set. That's all. That's all there is to it. It's a small set. It'll be a quick thing. Again, Kota said it last week as well. We're always looking for the next shiny thing. So I think that's going to go quick. It's going to come. It's going to go. And then in 2 months, it'll be a short 2 months before we get the next set, which is Chaos Rising, which I think we can segue into that. There has been there was a picture of this Greninja that came out on the interwebs all over the place, and we weren't really sure, how real it was. I think that the art style does kind of tie into how the Mega Block is looking. These like pastel-y colors, I kind of feel it. I'm really liking it. But you can see down here in the bottom left, I mean, and anyone can really Photoshop this, right? But it's a CRI or whatever. So that's the Greninja. I mean, what do you think about this Greninja, man?
I love this Greninja. This Greninja is so much better than the Twilight Masquerade Greninja.
Twilight Masquerade Greninja is just very busy. There's a lot going on in that picture, which
it's partially because I don't like the stellar crowns as much. I don't like super care for it, and I love this stuff because this is I don't know if this is the same artist. I don't know, I don't know if it's just, but like the artist. This looks like the art for the Lily's Clefairy from Journey Together, and I really, really like that art. And I really like this art. I think the colors look cool. I think him being in that pose is very reminiscent of the Mega, which the Mega is kind of funny, but like it's a gorgeous card. It's a Greninja. What's the story with
the Mega? Is it upside down?
He's upside down.
Okay. I mean, I don't know why. I would have loved to have seen the evolution line in the pictures like they've been doing, and I wonder what Pokemon's going to get that, because usually that's the only thing that made me think like maybe it isn't, but
because here's the thing, we're saying this is the Greninja set. We have no basis for that other than we've seen a Greninja,
right?
Like when Twilight Masquerade came out, it wasn't the Greninja set, it was the Ogerpon set.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like Mask of Change was the name in.
Yeah, Japanese. This was the it was like when it came out, it wasn't the Greninja set. So like we have absolutely no clue what this could be. A set that's like, oh wow, this Greninja is going to carry this set, and all of a sudden we see like I think an incredible Blastoise.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Throw Blastoise in there. Come on, give Blastoise. Listen. Pokemon will do some shit like that and not give us a Blastoise, Mega Blastoise SIR in this era.
Who knows?
After doing Venusaur and Charizard. What was I going to say? Oh yeah. So the reason why they're saying that, and I don't know if this is how it was translated, but Ninja Spinner is that trademark name. So it could be one half of this set, which could have the Greninja. But I'm going to switch over to, and I put it up real quick. I don't know. Again, we're getting another Crobat card, which is interesting. It looks very similar to the Destined Rivals. Like, what were the Destined Rivals SIR? Right? Team Rocket's Crobat?
Yeah, it was. I'm mildly skeptical on these cards. Yeah. One, I think that's an ugly Crobat. Two, I don't like, for some reason, I don't know if it's like, maybe it's the picture like being a little blurry. Why
Yeah.
does everyone that does leaks have like a literal potato as a camera? Like, it's not hard. Like, it's
Right.
not hard
Well-
to get like a decent picture of something that isn't just like, I don't know. Let's
Listen,
see. What's
it
going
could
on?
be that. I mean, these are who said like these are stolen. More stolen Pokemon card leaks. They have to be stolen. So I don't know. Like,
of course.
Like, do they take a picture and then they take a picture of that picture? Like, because can't like photos be like tagged somewhere in like the meta, like you can find it.
Yeah,
Maybe they take a
yeah,
screenshot and they mail it to somebody in the mail. I don't know, but that's the pro bad, man. Like, you know, I don't know. These cards. This is kind of, man. Like, I mean, I know people that make some crazy proxy cards. This is like next level. Like, you're going in, you're actually doing the set names, the numbers, but of 119 of 86, that's kind of a small set too.
That's a very small set. Like how much? What is perfect order? Like 80
perfect order
or something?
Is it less than 80? This is tiny. I don't know if they're going to continue to do 1-to-1 sets, man. That's kind of crazy though.
I mean, I wonder if they're switching to the Japanese
1-to-1,
like having like multiple sets kind of go in, like almost multiple sets that kind of work together. I don't know,
it for the most part, yeah. This is the Mega Floette, which do we need a Mega Floette?
I really like this Mega Floette though.
I don't know if
Mega Floette. It's Mega Floette. It's specifically AZ's Eternal Flower Floette that can Mega is only the one that can.
Okay.
And it's very, very key. Again, this is very key into Legends Arceus. I'm not Legends Arceus. Legends ZA.
ZA. Yeah.
So I think it looks really cool.
Interesting.
That is an incredibly 80. No. This is someone on Poke Beach. It says it's like an 88 cards.
The perfect order.
It's probably. I don't know if this may be nullifying zero that they're talking about. But like, this would be even smaller. That's wild if this is true. And these, what is pull up the Greninja again? What was the card? Did they have the card number on that? Because that'll be telling.
So these are all of 86. Let's see what the Greninja. I don't know if you can see. Let me see.
Enhanced
116 of 86. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I mean, obviously anyone could have looked at that and just assumed it was 86.
Oh, 100%.
So if it's 86 cards, does that become the smallest set we've seen?
Yeah, and it's kind of a weird trend, right? And I don't know how many times they did this in Japanese in the Scarlet Violet era, but we have already seen it now. This will be the third set out of 4 sets that they've did a 1 booster box to 1 booster box, or 1 set to 1 set, where Inferno X became Phantasmal, right? We had Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia. That was our Mega Evolution base too.
Yeah.
And then we had Inferno X to Phantasmal, and then we're gonna have Nail Zero to Perfect Order as a 1-to-1, which is interesting. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
This is a very odd.
Because if you're going to do 1-to-1s, make the set bigger a little bit.
It could be that Mega is specific, because I'm looking at the card. I don't know if this is a card list or if this is for Sword and Shield. Was there any set that was this low?
Stellar Crown was small. Oh, Sword and Shield. Because
Stellar Crown was small, but Stellar Crown was still.
Was Darkness Ablaze small? No, they were all pretty big. Maybe Rebel Clash. Well, Google quickly says the smallest main expansion set in the Pokemon TCG Sword and Shield era is Rebel Clash. Released in May 2020 among special sets, Pokemon Go.
Oh, Pokemon Go is especially set that and celebrations, but they don't really count.
Yeah,
Champions Path is the same.
But Rebel Clash had for being a smaller, less popular set with 209 cards in a master set. That was the smallest in.
That's a master set. So like I'm thinking like listed.
Oh, like yeah, that's including reverse hollows and secrets. Yeah. So
Sword and Shield, the smallest set by card total was Battle Styles with 183 total cards and 163 in the main set.
Okay.
We didn't
the full art and all that stuff.
And then Rebel Clash had 192 in the main set. So like they had a ton of cards, and even Scarvy didn't. I don't think Scarvy had a set smaller than anything we've seen in Mega.
No, not that small. I feel like Stellar Crown was. Journey Together was a little small too, because that was also a 1-to-1. Stellar Crown was Stellar Miracle in Japanese, and then Battle Partners was Journey Together. So I'm trying to think of anything else that was one booster box. Wasn't there? Was Paldea Evolved 3 booster box sets? I feel like that's like such a huge set.
Paldea Evolved
3 Japanese booster boxes.
Was it?
I don't know.
That's insane. I mean, it's a very big set.
Huge. Pause.
But like, yeah, like man. We haven't seen a set with with this small 162 for Paradox. Or I'm sorry, for Temporal. 182 for Paradox. Paldea Evolved had 193. So like we're seeing all these sets. And then you get like Destined, which had in the main set 182. So like everything was massive. And then we have Mega had what, 132. Phantasmal had double digits, 94.
Yeah.
We already know that Perfect Order's got like nothing.
Yeah.
I don't understand this trend other than maybe it's just easier. It's like, they're like, we're just going to focus on filling out more, like printing more of like specific cards and not having so much like bulk maybe, is it just like a Mega tough. Evolution era specific thing?
Yeah, who knows? It's really tough because then you kind of fall into the people lose interest on smaller sets because there's less cards to collect and you'll master them quicker because you have your master setters. And then by the time you reprint so many different cards in the same sets, like there really isn't much for the people that actually play the TCG. I mean, they'll bring those prices down, but
I mean, I guess weird. Outside of Ascended, because Ascended does have like what 217 in the main set. It
is a weird trend. I mean, because like it's not like they wouldn't cut the sets smaller and release more sets because my God, we're already getting sets so quick. Like, you know what I mean? It's just wild. Weird. It's weird.
What was the fact of Perfect Order like it's not as they didn't like make Perfect Order to like crash the market or anything. That's silly. But like
no.
They really did kind of like Perfect Order. Like we're just gonna put this in here. Like
they couldn't time. They wouldn't be able to time it. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to time it so early. But yeah,
it's gonna release around it. And
it's like a perfect
right after Rammer Ninja set. just we know you don't care. Just go ahead. Go on over there.
I mean, they had to. I mean, they knew what they were putting in the set. It's not like they knew the market was going to be this crazy and this would maybe slow it down a bit. But they knew the Pokemon they were putting in the set. So, you know, of those, I mean, maybe that's why they have the Meowth in there. Maybe that's why they have the Clefairy in there. You know what I mean? Like they have those cards. But.
It is wild. I mean, like it's less than 2 months between Perfect Order and Chaos Rising. Did we have was Journey Together to Destined Rivals that small of a like?
It was a small, it was.
There's too many. The thing, here's another reason. I know this has been off the rails a bit. This is another reason I just don't think they care about like we need to like help the collector. It's like if they thought that they'd be like, hey, like let's space these out a bit more,
right?
And just have 4 months between releases. We're only going to release 3 sets in the year. No, they were trying to release like 6.
No, because it would be fine if you did 4 sets, but then you have specialty sets mixed in, so you're at 6 a year.
Yeah,
I just looked it up. March 28th was Journey, and May 30th was Destined. So that's exactly the same timeline. I remember those were coming. They came out pretty much back to back, and we were like, all right, Journey Together is a smaller set. It kind of is like the same thing, man. It was in between Prismatic. Journey Together was in between Prismatic and Destined Rivals. Like, I don't know if Chaos Rising is going to be of Destined Rivals caliber, but like it's in between Ascended Hero. Perfect Order is in between Ascended Heroes and another and like what we're saying is the Greninja set. So I feel like it's already has a more popular Pokemon in Greninja than Zygarde. So
yeah. So last year we had 1, 2, 3, 4 main set releases and 3, well, technically 2 specialty sets if you include Black Bolt, White Flare together. So we had 6 set releases. Well, this year we've had 2, and we're about to have 3 and 4 in May.
We technically had 6 sets released last year, right? Is that what you said?
Yes, we had
Prismatic was January. Then you had
and then Black
together.
Yeah, Journey Together, Destined, Mega, and Phantasm. So 4 main sets and 2 specialty sets.
Yeah. But that's what happens.
So there's a big gap.
Because what
and
first
now we've got,
first year of Scarlet and Violet, we had Crown Zenith, SV Base, Paldea Evolved, 151. Well, Obsidian Flames 151. I mean, we had one less set there. Yeah.
So they've been releasing 6 sets a year.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot.
And it's to the point where like there is no time in which you don't have the next set coming. And this is kind of why I think the momentum isn't really stopping right now. I think it will eventually because people have a short attention span and it will eventually go back to being like 200 a box with some sets, maybe not Dustin, but like Journey and Phantasmal and Mega and all these newer sets that are going to continue to be printed. But there's no time to think. Like we could all together say Perfect Order sucks. And it's like, cool, you'll have 2 months. And in between that, you're also going to be having the release of Ascended Hero products in the middle of that. And the booster bundles can come out in April. So like you're going to have no time to think about how much you hate Perfect Order because we're going to be right on to this other huge set.
And that's really only thinking in a lens of just looking at English cards. I have so many people that collect both, and it is overwhelming because you don't only have 6 sets then. You have, we could say 10 to 12 sets, you know what I mean? So it's like every month something is coming out. Every month. We had Ascended Heroes and Munich Zero come out in like the same week. So it's tough. I don't know.
And that's why I think that everyone should just take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
Take a breath. Realize that
you want.
You don't have to open everything. You don't have to you got
to focus on something.
Keep up with everything. Yeah, you don't have to keep up with everything. You don't need to worry about, like this set's coming out. Oh, I've got to buy. Just these things are going to be printed for a while, especially sets that are coming out right now.
Right.
To the industry. Like you don't chase these sets right now. It's not worth it. Like if you have the disposable income and you just want to throw it at it, go buy yourself a Destined Rivals box at almost $600. Go buy, Mega Evolutions and Phantasmal at whatever, like $250, $300, whatever.
Yeah.
Just understand that there's a decent chance you're going to have a shot of these at cheaper. How much cheaper? I don't know, because I do think we're going to see like 185-ish be the new MSRP for boxes.
Right. So if Perfect Order comes down to like 200, I mean, I do think it could be 200 depending on the what's in the market, what's available. I think it could.
Perfect Order. Perfect Order is also hyper dependent on like what they actually print. Like who's right? Is it less? Did they kind of like not short printed, but is it not printed like more than Phantasmal?
I think it's more because the distro side of it. Like now they signed up a whole bunch of vendors and people want stuff and they're like, it's like a whole bunch of little me's running around. And I say that because like I'm only like a year into a distro and I obviously there's nothing available to buy, but like I still buy stuff. So they kind of still have to give me a little allocation. Right.
Like now we're not satisfying everyone by far. Like, and I'm not saying like everyone that wants to have impacts. I'm saying everyone that's like got deals and has been doing this for a while and like is working with distributors and stuff. They're not meeting the demand even close to a lot of these people. So they're even farther away from meeting the demand of the general populace. So it's just going to take time. And I think the new reality is the floor is so much higher than it used to be because of investors. What hate them or love them, that's just the reality. And I think, you're not going to see $90 boxes again. You're never going to see.
like investors are just like are an no pun intended, an evolved form of a collector. Like I collect stuff.
It's an
I have
interesting.
collections of stuff. I think it's just
Sure.
harder. I think it's harder for a collector to sell it, but don't get me wrong. When I can 10x a price on my collection of Scarlet and Violet set booster boxes in 10 years, I'm going to sell it. Did that technically I invested in that 10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be harder for me to let it go because there probably will be a time where I know I'm going to want that back on my shelf because I loved looking at it. But at the same time, why am I buying booster boxes and putting them in acrylics? Yes, more than not, it's because I like to collect it. But again, someone comes along and is like, yo, who's got these? I'm looking for this. You know, I was in the hobby then, didn't get it. I got money now. Who's got it? Name your price. I'm selling it. Did I invest? Yeah.
Yeah. So investor, I guess the pushback I would give to that is, does intention matter?
Yeah.
So if I'm buying boxes, because like collectors are buying the product to have on a shelf because they like the aesthetic. And this is I feel like I hate putting things into like specific labels because people do that too often with like scalper. That's throwing around way too much. Like everyone's a scalper. It's like, no, like by definition, not everyone's a scalper. Like that's not how it works. But investors coming in with the intention of buying a box to sit on it, wait for it to go up in price, and then sell. Is that a collector? I would say no, but that doesn't inherently mean that it's any more wrong. The whole concept is like,
I think if you look at the other way, like every collector is an investor, but every investor is not a collector. Because when you collect, you're collecting things that you know that are valuable to you, but they're also valuable to other people.
Not inherently. I mean, like I collect Japanese. It's not like inherently more valuable to other people.
I mean, it still has a value.
Everything has a value, but like I do think the intentionality behind it matters because
like I feel like a lot of investors don't give a shit about like what the cards look like, who their favorite Pokemon is. They're, you know,
well, I mean, like when you're investing in sealed, you're not even seeing the cards.
Right. No, and like I don't even think a lot of them even know about what the cards look like or anything. I think they just okay, this will go up over time. You know, it's proven that, so I'll buy it. But
yeah,
I think to a certain extent, collectors are also investors in their own right.
It all depends because, like, if I say I collect reverse hollow Pineco's, because Pineco is my favorite Pokemon. I have a reverse hollow Pineco sitting on my desk. That's why. I would collect reverse hollow Pineco's because I just like Pineco, and I'm just collecting as many as I can of it. You know, or Dedenne. I think Jinkies. I think it's Jinkies. I hope that's right. I think it's Jinkies that's got like a massive collection of like just Dedennes. You know, if you're like doing that, I think the price to a lot of collectors is completely irrelevant because we're only seeing people that are in our sphere for the most part. Right. Like people that come to Rippish, people that come to my channel for like business stuff. They're not the people that are inherently more inclined necessarily to collect purely based on like vibes, you know, like purely based on like the aesthetic. But I think there's a lot of people out there that we don't see because they don't care about the content we do. That are like, you know, like my wife, who's like a casual Pokemon fan that likes collecting sunfloras because she likes sunflowers, you know?
Love that.
So I think there's there's a very large portion of collectors that don't even know, that don't have the slightest clue what their price of their stuff is unless they're buying it. Like they're not, they could have a, you know, their collection from, you know, years back and have like a gold star Charizard. They just don't know. Cause like they haven't, there's probably more people that know now because of the hype cycle, but like, I think there's a lot of people that collect that it has no relevancy to them, the price. So I wouldn't call them, you know, investors there, unless you're just saying like investing in joy, which, you know, Sure, it's like a abstract version of it, but I think there's large portions of both that are not the other. I think there's large portions of investors that are not collectors.
Definitely.
There's a large portion of collectors that are not investors at all. And then there's a crossover where it's like, do I have sealed product that I'm not opening? Yeah.
Yep.
I have like a Charizard UPC. I have, Pokemon Center ETBs that I'm sitting on, and I do intend. So I'm like an investor, but I also have a full binder of Japanese illustration rares that
the singles from the sets.
I don't have the slightest clue what the price is. I haven't put them in a collector. I don't care. I just wanted to complete this Pokedex. That's all I care about. They're not going to move anywhere unless like I, suddenly am really hard on money and need to sell everything. In which case, there's a lot of things that are going to go before that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it would. I would say there is crossover, but I think they are independent of each other.
100%. No, I agree with that. But I definitely think that the crossover, I kind of want to say that to combat people that, it's always like, there's always some part of the market or some part of the hobby rather that's blaming another part of the hobby for things. It's like, but I feel like it's like a circle of life. Like, you know what I mean? The investors and the people that collect for value of cards, right, need the scalper to keep that base price or entry price high and the chase price is higher, right? So then they can sell them and it just keeps going. Then we also need the people that play the TCG because it wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for the TCG, right? You can argue that point because whatever, but it's like a circle. Like there's a place for everybody. Like, I just feel like a lot of hate is being thrown all over the place. And, I mean, it is what it is. People are going to find a way to make something suck or make something really good. And that's really what it comes down to. Speaking of, sorry, guy, did you want to finish something else on that?
I was just going to say, like, I think the biggest thing we need to do is understand if we're going to throw labels around. We need to understand what they inherently mean. Like scalper, that's a term that's been thrown around a lot. That doesn't, someone that buys out a collection that someone's trying to sell and then resells it for a profit is a reseller. They exist in every entity. Yeah. Scalpers are the people that are like, back in the day, ticket scalpers were the people that would go and buy a bunch of tickets and then turn around and buy tickets from the distributor for MSRP and then get rid of them for way more. Yeah. They're the people and for me, they're the people that are going into stores, grabbing everything off of shelves and posting it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace or whatever.
Right away.
Sure. That's a scalper.
The shopping cart, in the pictures of the product in the cart. No shame.
Fully endorsed. We can call them scalpers. And you know what? Technically, it's their right.
Right.
But we can dislike them. That's totally fine. Like, sure, you can dislike me as a reseller. That's completely fine. I would disagree with you on the basis of it being scalping versus simply reselling like every other reselling thing in the world exists.
It's like having a TC. It's like having a shop. Like you just don't have a physical brick and mortar shop.
Yeah, it's a very similar thing. I'm not.
There's things that aren't available to me even from the distributor. They're brick and mortar restricted. I can't get Magic. I can't get Lorcana. Yeah. I can't get any of that stuff, and I'm okay with it. It's weird, and whatever. But
I agree for the most part. Like I think scalpers are the one thing we could do without and nothing be hurt. I think everything would be totally fine because the only people that get harmed by that are investors, and I also think that we could Pokemon survives without investors, but the TCG. The actual people that play the game have to exist. Yeah. The collectors have to exist, and the people that sell have to exist. Because again, you have to have a middleman between distribution and the consumer. Because we've seen what happens outside of the Pokemon Center when distribution takes over. Where you have what's the Walmart. Like the one with Walmart, GT Collectibles that are marking everything up on from directly from them. Yeah, MJ Holdings. Mm-hmm. Well, I think GT Collectibles is like MJ Holdings, like Shell Corporation. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what that's speculation. Yeah. I don't know. I'm saying that as a fact, lawyers. But there. I think having a middleman and having not accountability, but like having like an ecosystem that can exist is important. It's a reseller is important. I think that's the value of like rip and ships.
Yeah.
Like rip and ships are, you have distribution, you can get in at a certain price, you make your profit. It's no different than an LGS. It's just, hey, there's also an entertainment aspect where you walking in here and you know that I'm ripping this pack on stream and then sending you the contents of it.
Yeah.
You're getting the same product, but just understand, like, there's an understanding of what that represents. It's no different than me walking into an LGS that has the same prices because they're getting from the same distributors, or more. Honestly, compared to your stream, probably a lot more a lot of times.
Yeah,
and me walking out and ripping it. They're both the same thing. It's both a reseller coming from distribution. It's just a different model for it. So,
except on my stream,
we can talk,
and a lot of rip and shippers will throw in extra stuff. It's just like how it kind of is. You treat the people right. People that don't get it will come in and say their bit. It's the same people. It's it's the same people that just post the picture. Don't feed the scalper on all the videos of rip and shippers and whatever. It's their thing. They want to do that. It's like a keyboard warrior tactic of theirs. I don't know. But yeah,
they're also the people we could do without in the ecosystem. Like,
no, there's 100%. Like, I look at some rip and shippers and I'm like,
ever-present.
This is terrible. Like what they're doing. Like some of these people, the pricing is just dude. I thought I was high at a price point of $50 energy break for Ascended Heroes. I went into a stream last night for that's 36 packs, 72 packs of Ascended Heroes was $215 a spot. Guys, I literally almost threw up. I'm like, who is buying this and why?
Yeah.
So just to do the math, can I just do the math real quick? $215 for a spot times 8 spots. That's $1,720 divided by 72 packs is $23.88 a pack.
Were they all sold out?
I don't know. I didn't stay long enough. I was kind of like, and I look, and I always don't. I don't want to like sound like a hater. I go into the streams just to see what other people are doing, and can I change anything? Can I make anything better? Are people doing stuff that like other people like? I don't know. And it is what it is. Like that. Like my community, I love having everyone that's there come around. I'll treat you right, especially if you're always hooking me up. But to see that, man, I was like, damn, like that's crazy. 23. I mean, I guess that's kind of so that's what almost that's almost $70 for a 3-pack.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing, like long run. So right now we're in a boom. And I feel like I've been on my soapbox a lot this episode, and I apologize to those who are very frustrated with me. I'm not saying, I know there are people that like will probably, I don't want to come off as like, oh, I know everything, just listen to me. But
no, I love it.
It's funny. I had a comment today, and they actually deleted the comment before I could actually respond. But they were like, I can't believe, and I wanted to like respond to this in a very positive way because I think you need to have a positive attitude like in addressing this.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe what my hobby's become.
Where was this?
This is on my YouTube channel.
Was it on one
this
of
your
videos?
my last video. And whoever was deleted it pretty much immediately. So I don't know if that was like they reacted to the title of the video and then saw the content of the video and was like, okay, that's not what this guy's doing, which was the case. But it was something to the effect of like, I hate, I can't believe people just click on a video to like figure out how to make money out of Pokemon, and I can't believe what my hobby's become, and no one should be able to sell other than distributors. And I was like,
that's crazy.
You can think that, but at the core of it, ethical sellers in any industry are super important. Mm-hmm. You will have what you're talking about, which is an insanely like abusive markup almost. And you have the people that, like the guy that ripped off Coop that we've all seen with the One Piece stuff, the people that like, that idiot, I'm going to say idiot because this guy seems like the most toxic human alive, is that was mad at his chat and like ripped apart some SIR from some set that was supposed to be a giveaway that sold for less than he thought it should. Whatever it was, like that was like, I was just doing it for reaction. Whatever. Like you have people like that are like the toxic, unethical people. They will be weeded out because in the end, once this boom dies, which it will correct more or less, I think we'll have a higher floor, but we will see correction. The people that are doing it ethically are going to have a support system and people around them that will continue to support them because they, those of us that are doing our best to do it ethically were giving them the best we could and treating them the best we could through the entire process. From before the boom to middle of everything being insane to now where it's still pretty insane.
Yeah.
And we'll see a lot of these people that have been super toxic. They just go to some other thing. A lot of them are already leaving to One Piece and stuff. So I think just understand that. Don't mislabel the people that are trying to do it ethically.
Right.
Sure. You can go up to the person. You can go up to the person that's got $215 a slot for 72 packs and say, this is absurd, right?
Mm-hmm.
But don't go up to people that are doing it ethically because you don't like the fact that it's not $90 a box again. It's not. It's just reality.
Yep.
And that's just how it is. But you have to, like, the importance of having good ethical, ecosystem valuable people and selling and as resellers and as the middlemen is always going to be more important, because you want to be able to purchase from those people when things are good and when things are bad, because when it's bad, you're going to get a small percentage up from what they're getting it, like, we do now. And then when it's good, you're going to get a small percentage above what they're getting it at. Because, as a reseller, and you're not going to see them marking up like crazy. So just find people, and it doesn't have to be us. You can hate us. That's fine. I don't care. But like, you can find people that are like good ethical resellers that you can just be cool. I'm going to stick with this person because I know when it's good, they'll treat me well. And when it's bad, they'll treat me well, and just roll with them.
Yeah, no, that's 100%. I think that's what it comes down to. You as long as you're being yourself, like your full on self, like people will see that. They'll see through the people that aren't. And like you said, those people won't be around when it's not easy to take advantage of other people. And that's really what it comes down to, I think. But I do want to switch over to right here today. So there was a queue lined up today. I don't know if you were able to, if you were at your desk during the Pokemon Center pings going all over the place.
Dude, okay, I'll admit I'm in Poke Notify simply because it's the only way I'm ever going to get anything from Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
Well, and you'll notice you won't see on my shops where I'm reselling a bunch of packs and stuff, because I'm not. I'm just trying to get the Pokemon Center boxes for my collection over here. But my app crashed and just didn't notify me. So I got home from work and was like, someone was like, I think it was probably Kelly or whoever it is that usually announces it in your Discord. That was Kelly, I saw the tag and I was like, what? And I looked, I was like, oh.
You looked at the timestamp, it was like, damn, I missed this.
I guess I missed that one. It wasn't anything I was super excited about, but I was like, oh, well,
dude,
okay.
I was in the office. Was it 2 days ago when it had and I had my work focus on my phone, and I need to find a way for but I don't know if I want Discord to make its way through the work focus, but I completely missed it. But yeah, today they did have, I did see, and I don't know if it was actually, did anyone ever, if you guys are listening still and picked it up, did you pick up the Surging Sparks and the Battle Academy? I think there was a bundle that I saw it on the site. It said add to cart, but it kept glitching out and it would not add it to cart. I don't know if that was what was up there. I did notice these things. What do you think of the 30th anniversary merch? Here's my thing. Are people actually buying the merch? I would see more of the stationery or the pins, the lanyards. I think I had an ornament, which was just a Pikachu head with the 25 for the 25th anniversary. But I don't know. I don't think I'm going to walk around with this tank top. I mean, these are kind of cool that aren't just strictly the 23rd, the 30th anniversary ones. But the ones that just the Pikachu face. With
no. I'm sure there are people that do, because I think there are people that are that just having a lot of stuff around them that's Pokemon. And
this picture is when you get together with your coworkers and they make you take a picture with at work. That's what this one reminds me of. All everyone's wearing the 30th merch.
Yeah. I'm sure there are people that very much enjoy and have purchased these. I'm not one. Because one, I'm not a big Pikachu fan, so I'm not too worried about getting a Pikachu specific design. But I'm sure there are people that did. I don't the logo is fine. I think it's a little maybe awkward because there's so much space where there's nothing that it kind of feels a little empty.
Yep.
But yeah, I didn't buy anything from that for sure. I'm sure people did though.
I was hoping Ascended was going to be up because I would like some more Ascended stuff, but
I think I've done 2 waves of the Ascended ETB. I wonder if they're going to do any more. I think they might do bundles again when it's a little closer to release.
That's true.
That's not until April.
Bundles aren't coming for like a while, which is a perfect segue now into the Ascended stuff. We want to end off on Ascended. I know we've been chatting for a bit. This is probably our longest pod.
It definitely is going to be
almost. So,
well, we haven't had anything crash yet, so
no, I know. Hey, don't jinx it. But dude, I looked at the top 5 on this set. This was the top. Well, I'm gonna say top 6, even top 7, probably. I was up there with getting these right. The order, I had the Dragonite in second, but dude, the pricing on here is it's not as high as it was last week, which is normal. Pricing does come down.
Of course, yeah.
But that was like a big wave of product being opened as well, and we're still 2 to 3 weeks out of ETBs.
Yeah, and I think at this point we've seen a lot of what's going to be ripped between now and then. So I think actually there's an outside chance. I would say if I had to give a percentage, I think there's like a 30% chance we see it go up from here.
Yeah.
That we see like in the next like week or so, we see a bottom out before it increases a bit.
Yep.
There's like a 30% chance that 30% chance it just stays around this area, and then like a 40% chance it comes down maybe like 15% to 20% because that's just kind of the nature of it. Some cards, maybe not, like Gengar is hard, but like when you only have one thing released,
right?
And not
what do you expect?
It, like, what? Do you, yeah, like
you're looking at,
and you know, yeah.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm slightly sidetracking from what we're talking about.
No, so you're looking at what? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4, almost 5 rows. What's that? 20 cards. Canary is $98. Even the Scrafty's $98. Iris's Fighting Spirit's 98, and then you're at 90 with the Psyduck, and then 81. You're literally almost at, what is this? 24 cards in this set that are it's like around 20 cards in this set, maybe even 22 cards, whatever, at $100 or more.
Yeah. Which if anyone wants a Mega Gengar EX, it's on my shop right now. Not the big one, but the full art.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I think it just shows how little product is on the market when like just random trainers, like I had like the $60 order was like 40 cards, and it was like just random one-off trainers are like $1-2. And for me, who deals with a lot of bulk in between picking up collections,
that's
I was like, this is wild. This is bizarre. And especially this far after release, like the day after release, you'll have some releases that are some reverses that are like a little higher, but like nothing like I was seeing with this set. We'll see things come down, especially like bulk stuff come down and at the end of the month. But man, I
could see it because the reverse there's it's like the variants, right? So like for the master setters, you're going to need them. And I feel like you can't open a lot of packs. And even if the packs are available, they're expensive. So you're not going to open up a $14 pack chasing, a reverse hollow, whatever.
And this is why they kind of messed up the release, because Prismatic was not that. Like the Pokeball reverses, they never were that high.
Yeah.
Like when I was like a couple days after, everything had dropped, like most of them had dropped catastrophically, because we had ETBs and everything come out at the same time.
Yep.
This is why this release makes it's so weird. I'd love to get, the people that make those decisions on Truth Serum and just be like, why was this your choice? Why not release bundles or something that at least like you can get a bunch of, like, better efficiency? Maybe release the, bundles and 3 packs together and then have ETBs wait or something. Why are we
honestly
just working on 3 packs?
It makes no sense. And I'm just so interested to see like how other specialty sets are released. I wonder if they're going to follow suit.
But 151 was printed for like 3 years.
We will have time. We're going to get, we got a lot of Prismatic. We're going to get a lot of Ascended too. It's
If Ascended is like as hyped as it seems to be, because I think this is better than Prismatic for the average opener.
yeah.
It's going to be printed for a while. Crown Zenith is the same way. They're going to print this for a long time. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not the time to buy $1,000 game card.
Dude, I mean, like you just look at everything, man. Look at the price of these booster bundles. Still, I mean, again,
I
pre-sale.
wish I could sell my booster bundles for that much right now. I got 4 of them coming in from Pokemon Center.
Yeah. Shit.
I can't post them.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, you can't post it, right? I don't know, dude.
I'm not big enough.
Ascended is going to be in a weird spot for a while. Like I said, I'm not getting a crazy amount from the distro. There's no booster boxes, so obviously it's going to be collection boxes and poster collection, all this stuff. Booster bundles, I don't know what I'm going to get. Maybe I'll get a case. It's 25, which would be 4 energy breaks that I do, and that will be one night. That will be, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, and that's I will constantly bring that up as like a reference point. People don't get how quickly things are gobbled up by the market, ripped up by rip and shippers every week. Like
outside of what just gets set aside for investors.
Yeah.
Which
right. So that's
especially set is all the ETBs and stuff.
That's why I'm saying if they put out anything in a Destined, like we were saying earlier, it's just going to get eaten up immediately. We've seen it the entire year of 2025. They try to print Prismatic into the ground, and every release it maybe clipped the price a bit, and it goes right back up again.
Yeah, at current capacity, they can't print it. Like they can't physically print it into the ground right now because they if they could, well, I think they would at least attempt to, because they want to maximize their profits off of this boom.
Yeah,
and
no, I'm saying they can't print Ascended because they're printing Journey and they're printing like. This is why they keep printing all the old sets.
This is why the rumor where there was like a ton of these Phantasmal boxes that were getting printed all of a sudden is not. There's no way, because they're printing Chaos Rising or not. They're printing Chaos Rising. Chaos Rising has been printed. They're printing whatever is coming out in September.
Emerald City or whatever. whatever
Emerald
the
City
Rayquaza set is called.
The Wicked set.
Yeah, right. I don't know, man. It just. We're in such a weird time. I love talking about it every week. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but a lot of the things that happen is just a cycle, and it keeps happening and going up. And I just think if people want to get product, they're gonna get it. Just be careful. Be careful that you're not getting ripped off. Be careful that you're not overspending more than what you can afford, what you can take on. That becomes the big thing. Like it becomes very easy, especially on live streams, to buy things because that button is there. You're not physically exchanging money from one hand. It's just like you tap and pay. And like the same thing on Whatnot where you slide and bid. It's the same thing now on TikTok with the bidding. It's very easy to rack up a bill in a night. So guys, just continue to be careful.
Like 2 things. One, remember, like if you would look at the amount of money you're about to spend on Pokemon and think, like, I would be insane just to like gamble this, like actually gamble it somewhere. Like if you're going to Vegas and you would think this is an insane amount of money to do it, it probably is an insane amount of money to do it with this too. Second, just like understand what you're trying to do. Again, people different, like just because you see a bunch of people buying a bunch of packs and you're like watching Nostalgianomics, you're watching Sav, you're watching, Danny when he does this, and you're seeing all these people being able to buy packs and stuff, and you want like, I want to be able to do that too. Like, understand what your goal is. Is it FOMO? Don't do it. Is it, I want the cards? Consider singles, consider Japanese, consider Mega Dream.
Yep.
And if it's just, I have disposable income and I want to have some fun with it, then let it ride, man. Go for it. But like, no, like your boundaries, because again, like opening a pack from Walmart at MSRP is still gambling, because it is the quickest way to take $5 and turn it into 28 cents in bulk. It is all gambling.
Mm-hmm.
So just understand your means. There's a reason that I don't rip much anymore, and it's because it is not a priority right now with me, with the business stuff and with all that I have going on. I will sometimes, but I'm not ripping much these days. just
Right.
specifically because of that reason. Because I'm like, it's a gamble, and I'd rather just pick up Japanese singles to add my binder versus spending a bunch of money on
And that's like such a big
stuff.
thing. We should probably start the videos next time with this because I kind of want to do like what did you pick up this week segment. I think we did it last week. I didn't warn you about it last week or this week. What is one thing that you picked up this week that you want to show the class? Step up to the front of the classroom, Kota,
Yeah.
and show off some shiny.
Yeah.
What do we got?
I picked up a few singles because like most of my collection is Japanese, but I do like there's some of the cheaper English singles I picked up. I got this Swablu because I really
is that from
I
Paradox?
love. Yes, I love it because it goes well with the Altaria.
Yes,
that has like flying with the yeah. Beautiful. It's a perfect combination. So I love connecting art like that. Got this pincer just because it's the only illustration rib pincer out there, and I think it just looks good. And I got it pretty cheap.
Twilight Masquerade. Right? Yep.
And then this is one of my favorite cards from Destined Rivals actually because I just love the color palette.
Team Rocket's Murkrow.
Yeah, love the color palette of that card. I actually have it in a tag 10 up on my shelf that I bought a while ago. And then also, this is just one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't know. It's because of a specific memory of. Yes, I like Paradox has got a lot of cards I like. It's Minior. I have a very I like a specific memory of being very sick in not college, in a couple of years after college when Sun and Moon came out. And I was like laid up in bed, and all I could do was play Sun or Moon is what I had, and I shiny hunted that, which is really difficult because you can't see the core that's shiny, and only the core changes in the shiny, so you can't like hunt it.
Interesting.
Without having to encounter everything and like hope to kind of like get lucky. And just like being half dazed and just seeing like the sparkles around me, like, oh my gosh.
I never shiny hunted, so I don't get that.
Oh boy, I'm a shiny hunting king.
I think I might be getting the game when it comes out, unless it's a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive, which I might have to.
Which it will be.
Damn, I might have to
almost guarantee you it will be. I think ZA is the last Switch game for a Pokemon.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm going to show you what I picked up this week. I showed a video of it on TikTok with the reveal, but it is this.
Oh yeah.
Rockets Zapdos from Celebrations, not the non-Celebrations one, but I love this artwork too. It's such like a menacing looking Zapdos.
It's one of my favorite vintage. I think it might be my favorite vintage Zapdos.
It's so cool. I actually picked up the original copy at Collecticon. We were welcoming around, so it's in my Zapdos binder. So that was one thing that I picked up, and then I just picked this card up. It is a Japanese card, and it is
heck yeah.
It is the Psyduck from Mega Dream. I did this on a trade on the last live stream with Dorkish. Shout out to Dorkish. He needed the Zekrom, and I pulled the Zekrom in my booster box a couple of weeks back. And he has multiple copies of the Psyduck, so he traded it. So that's a beautiful thing. On the live streams, we do trades as well. So picked that up. Those two cards, definitely two of my favorites. And I also have the Misty Psyduck from Destined in Japanese as well, just because those cards are expensive. They're going to be expensive in English, and the artworks are just as good, if not better, as you guys know if you collect Japanese Pokemon. The shine on those Japanese.
It's only $14.
The Psyduck?
Yeah.
Is it? I had no idea.
On Japanese, it's like $14 on TCG Player.
I think that's a steal. It might come down even more, but I think that a Psyduck, this beautiful.
Guess what I'm adding to cart right now.
There we go.
I thought it was still like closer to like 25, 30. I didn't realize it was on down to 14.
Yeah, it's a beautiful card, guys.
Heck yeah. Japanese guys, go freaking collect it.
Yeah.
So good.
I might clip that and put it in the beginning. I'll see if I can word it in there and just put it in the beginning. Who knows? Yeah. But no, it's cool to showcase stuff like that. And, even if it's like a tin that you got, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. So a cool little show and tell. Yeah. All right. So guys, I think that wraps up our Was this our fourth episode of the
Fourth
Savage
episode.
Pokepod? Thank you so much for joining us. Do leave a comment, a like down below. Subscribe to both Kota Collects and Sav Savage Rips here on YouTube. Find us both on all the socials, TikTok, Instagram. My boy is on Twitch as well, where he does his gaming, right? You do a little gaming.
Not anymore, really.
Well, just give him a follow over there too. You might catch him on there. Why not?
Eventually, I'll get back to it when I'm not incredibly busy.
eBay, all the things. We're not just in the hobby for a short time. We're here for a good time, but a long time as well. So, yeah, join us next week. We'll be doing our fifth episode. If you guys have any recommendations, if you're still here and have any recommendations, drop it in the comments. Let us know what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong, what you want to see. Would you want to see, and I might put this in the beginning. Would you guys want to see a live stream of the Savage Pokepod where you could join and have questions? I think that's pretty cool. A nice little engagement. I wonder if it can multicast to other platforms too. I'm very interested to see how that would look on this screen. Like I see people put comments up on the screen all the time. So I don't know.
Super easy to do off OBS. I can show you that pretty easily.
Yeah, I've seen people do it on OBS and it's pretty seamless. I'm assuming Ecamm has a similar type setting, so I have to see what that looks like. I'm probably I just watch a bunch of YouTube videos of people doing stuff and seeing how they do it and how it looks. And if I like it, I'll do it. But yeah, that's really it. That's all we got for you guys today. We'll catch you guys on the next video of the Savage Pokepod. Thank you so much for joining, guys. Until next time, peace out.